Hey guys, it's my first exam at university today, so I'm going to take you guys along with me and show you guys what to do on an exam day. Now, things are slightly different at university than compared to high school or sixth form, but you'll get the idea. So I just woke up about half an hour ago, and that's the first thing I'd say, especially if you've got a morning exam. You want to wake up slightly early, not too early, so that you're tired before your exam. My exam's actually at 2 o'clock today, so I woke up about 8:30 to give me enough time to get up, have a good breakfast, bit of revision, and then relax before my exam. Hey guys, just got out of the shower, and the first thing that I always do on an exam day is have a really good breakfast. Now this is key because you need to be functioning properly, you need to be having a clear mind when you go and sit that exam, particularly if it's in the morning. Now I'm a bit more lucky, mine's not until the afternoon, but it's important to make sure that you wake up in the right way, nice and early, get functioning, and to have a good breakfast before your exam. Okay, so getting up early, having a shower and feeling refreshed, then having a good breakfast, make sure that your weight gets off in the best way possible. If you get up 10 minutes before your exam and you're rushing around having no breakfast, then you start your day off in a bad way. You need to make sure that you're feeling relaxed and calm so that when the pressure is on you, you can perform in the exam. Now obviously university is a little bit different to going to school. Because obviously at school you have to get up at certain times, you have to be there for 9 o'clock or whatever, and if your exam's in the afternoon you might even still have lessons on. So usually, in my experience, these lessons have allowed you to revise for these exams. They've said, oh, we'll do half an hour work and half an hour for your exam revision. So in school, I probably prefer to have morning exams for that exact reason. You don't have to worry about going to lessons and learning new things before your exam. Whereas at university, in an afternoon exam, I can wake up, have breakfast, relax, do a bit of revision, relax a bit more, and then go to my exam. There's not that worry of I have to go and do more studying, I have to learn new things before my exam. At Manchester, we have a 2-week period where we have nothing but exams. The exam period started on Monday, and my first exam is today on the Friday. Then I've got another exam the following Friday, and then I've got one actually out of exam period on the Monday. Now this is because obviously at university everything is scheduled through the same people, and so if they miss one off, like they have with my exams, then they need to find and put it in somewhere. So obviously they've just missed the exam off and haven't been able to fit it in. So they've had to put it actually out of the exam period. Because my exam is actually in the afternoon, I'm a bit more relaxed at the moment. But if my exam was at 9 o'clock, say, then things might be slightly different for me. Instead of getting up, relaxing and having bacon, I might get up, have a quick bowl of cereal and some toast, have a drink and do a bit of revision as I eat. Other than that, you still want to try and make sure that in the morning, before your exam, you're nice and relaxed and not panicking about anything. The other thing I just want to mention while we're here is that panic revision in the morning or afternoon before your exam is not the best way to go. If you don't know something on the day of the exam, you're more than likely not to remember it anyway. So rather than panic revising and revising the whole morning and the whole afternoon before your exam, try and set a clear indication of how long you want to revise for. So say if you wanted to revise for 1 hour or 2 hours before your exam, then make sure before your exam actually goes, you have an hour break in between. That way it makes you a bit more relaxed before your exam again, but also you're not thinking about what you don't know and what you do know. The worst thing to do on exam day is to sit there thinking, I don't know this or I don't know that. Remember what I just said about being relaxed? I've just burnt my bacon almost, and I've had a good track record of bacon in university. Last time I cooked it, frying it, I actually set off the fire alarm, and it's just done the exact same thing now because the hobs get so hot, and when you turn them down they don't cool down, and so I've just filled the room up with smoke from the bacon, and the fire alarm just almost went off. I've had to open all these windows now. You can probably hear the extractor fan on full. Nice and relaxed on exam day, I said. Hey guys, I've just finished eating my breakfast now. Luckily there's been no fire alarms so far, which is pretty good going because the fire alarm usually goes off for anything in this place. and it's about 10:30 now. So because my exam's at 2 o'clock, I'm going to do about an hour and a half of revision now. So at 12 o'clock, I'm going to stop and do no more revision, because at 1 o'clock I'll be leaving for my exam. So that gives me an hour then to relax and take my mind off the exam before I go and sit it. While I'm here, I'll give you a quick update on what the actual exam is. So this first exam is actually multiple choice. It's an economics exam, microeconomics to be precise. And don't ask me what it is, it's like a whole new world to me. It's about something about money and output of a business. I've done quite a bit of revision for it, but I still don't necessarily understand every bit of it, so just hope that multiple choice goes in my favour. It's not biology, chemistry or physics, so... Also, when I say it's multiple choice, I mean it's not going to be like one obvious answer. There's like 4 different answers, and it's like it could be any one of them if you don't know your knowledge. So although it's multiple choice, it doesn't mean it's going to be easy at all. Keep going through the same questions, and it's all good practice, but it's so boring to get through. Like, I've calculated the opportunity cost so many times, like... So I've got an hour now to chill out, go on my phone, and just relax, not think about the exam. Then at about 1 o'clock, I'm going to leave and go to the exam. It's probably harder in high school and sixth form to have this hour to chill out, but this can be over lunchtime, it could be in the morning before the exam. So if your exam's at 9 o'clock, say, you could always get to school about 8. I know it sounds ridiculous, but you could get to school about 8 if it's open, and just chill out with a few of your friends, relax, go over a few notes, and then go and sit the exam. But it's all about that attitude going into the exam. If you've had a really bad day and you're annoyed or you're upset or you're frustrated, then you go and sit the exam, it's going to be a lot harder for you to get a good mark. Whereas if you've had a relaxing day where you've chilled out, you've done a bit of revision, you're not stressed out, then you're going to feel a lot more optimistic about the chances of getting a good grade. So that's it, I've had about an hour off now, and I'll be leaving to go to my exam in about 10 minutes. So I just thought I'd check in with you guys, because I was going to take you along with me, and I was going to do a bit of explanation on the way to the hall, but I don't want to for this exam anyway, because I'm not sure how it all works, and you might have to leave the bags outside, and I don't want to leave the camera in the bag, you know, where anyone can get it. So until I understand the exams a bit more, I won't be taking the camera with me. But I might do next Friday, and I might do a different sort of exam preparation day. I don't know. That might come up. It might be something that interests you. But yeah, so I'll be leaving for my exam in about 10 minutes, and I'll be coming straight back, and then I'll check in with you guys. And I'm going to look at what I'm doing after the exam and how to make sure that I don't get burnt out after the exam by doing even more revision. But yeah, so far we've had step number 1 is wake up early, followed by waking yourself up, having a shower. Step number 2 is having a good breakfast. Step number 3 is revision, and making sure that the revision is constrained to an hour or 2 hours. And step number 4 is to make sure that before your exam you have some sort of relaxing downtime where you do whatever you want to make sure that you go into the exam feeling relaxed. So I'll check in with you guys after the exam. It's about 4:30 now, and I've just got back in after my exam. The exam went actually pretty well. Now, I don't want to be too overconfident, because there's always the possibility of a slip up, but there were certain questions in there which were exactly the same as the practice questions, and it just sort of makes me feel like, you know, surely I should have passed that, because the pass mark's 40%. But like I said before, you can't always be too overconfident, but you can believe in yourself and say, you know what, I can do that, I can make that pass mark. So hopefully I've made more than the pass mark, and hopefully I've got a really good grade in that. So to finish off this video or vlog or whatever you want to call it, I was going to tell you what to do after an exam, because this is just as important as what you do before an exam, in my opinion. So after an exam, I would always recommend that you have at least 1 hour off to chill out, to relax, do whatever you want to do before you even think about doing any more work or revising. The reason I say this is because after your exam, more than often you start to overthink things and things go around in your head. I could have done that better, I could have done this better. And so I just think it's always best to give you that time to chill out, to forget about what's been done, make yourself a drink, make yourself some food, do whatever you want to do, watch some telly, go on your computer, go on the internet, go on your phone, before you even think about doing any more work. I thought it was worth doing this last little bit because the type of work that you do after an exam, you want nothing too strenuous, you don't want to be doing anything that requires great mental capacity, you don't want anything that's like too tough on you. So I'd always just do a bit of light revision if you need to, something completely different often to the exam, otherwise you might be going through and thinking, oh, I got that wrong, I've got this wrong. So just try and do a bit of light revision, a bit of read over your notes or something like that. But obviously if you've got an exam the following day, so say if I had an exam tomorrow, my strategy might be a bit different, but you just have to work it out as you come to it. But this has been my recommendations for how to deal with an exam and an exam day routine. You can adapt this routine to suit you, so if you're in school, if you're in sixth form, key things are getting up early, starting the day off right to make sure that you have a good exam. And if you've done enough revision before this day, then there's no need to be stressed out, there's no need to be panicking. And yeah, it's just about making sure that you go into that exam room with a clear head and not overthinking things. Remember to like, comment and subscribe, guys, and also go and check out our social media accounts. We've just got Instagram again now, and we'll be posting every day on each account from now on.